Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from Dick's Sporting Goods right here in University Town Center shopping mall area in Sarasota, Florida. One side of the street and the other side of the street down there, about a mile, is, if that, is Bradenton. Sarasota, Bradenton, beautiful place to be. Let's turn the camera around. Why were we here? We talked about it earlier. Let's see what happened. You probably already figured out what happened, don't you? Haven't you? Well, first of all, let me show you. I'm a proud new owner. Whoops. Darn it. Not one, but I got two. 2 mints in one. Shoestrings for my awns. So while I was in there, remember I was running in there. Well, you don't remember. I wasn't videoing, but it started to rain, kind of hard. When I got in there, you thought that the world was ending. You could hear it on the roof. It was raining. And I told this guy back there, because I was waiting on the guy to get the shoelaces and talk about it, and the manager and approval, and to pull him out of another pair of shoes and all that. And no problem whatsoever. The problem is you got to go back to the shoe department. And when you go back to the shoe department, they got all these shoes laying out. And so the rain was coming down. I just couldn't leave. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at different clouds. I love cloud shoes. Turns out I talked to an expert in there. And he said, yeah, those are nice you got on. Those are a walking shoe. I said, walking shoe? Well, I guess I'm fine with that. I walk, 6, 8, 10,000 steps a day. And I like the way they look. And walk, run, jog. He says, but they're not. I said, well, how you like them? He says, well, I'm a Nike guy. I said, oh, yeah? And he didn't try to sell me anything. So I walked over to the Nike. I go, what's this guy know? What does he know? He's around shoes all day long. So I picked up a pair of shoes. They were blue, white with blue. And he said, you like those, what are they called? They're called, well, let's just show them to you. There ain't no reason to hide it. Dick's Sporting Goods. If Dick's ain't got it on shoes, you don't need it. Not every Dick's carry clouds, but I didn't buy clouds. That's right. The technology that goes into a running shoe has been perfectized by Nike. You ain't gonna believe these shoes. You just ain't gonna believe it. First thing you gotta do is prepare. Okay, prepare. You got yours on? So they had these blue ones and I tried them on, and the blue is a little bit of you don't see through it, but it's more of a gel looking color, and this is all painted, and they're called Zoom X, but they're really called Vomeros, Vomero 18s, Nike Vomero 18. Don't forget the 18. So if you're going to check them out. And it says on here, Nike Runner. Right there. Right there. Nike Runner. I'm running. Man, the sponginess when I was walking in them. I got nothing against Cloud. I'll always buy Cloud, but for running, and since I'm running now, I ran the bridge today, found out I'm wearing running and walking shoes, but the soles are awesome. Clouds are amazing. This is a whole different world for running. They should call these clouds because it feels like that's what you're walking on and running. You can see, and I don't like the big thick soles they've got. This just works for the big sole. And they're white, and we had to have a meeting of the minds in there where I had to have these guys come to a unanimous decision between the blue ones with the white. And you know what he said? The blue ones were very subtle. This is a guy that owns a lot of pairs of shoes in there, like myself. He's got even more. He said the blue, and I thought he meant he liked them. He says, and I didn't hear what he said. He said something about they're very subtle, and that was a kind of a compliment. I said, you know what it is? The more I wear these blue ones, the more I look at them. You know what I think? It's like every other pair of Nikes. He said, that's what I said. I said, oh, okay. Where this one here, when I walk the mall, and I'm at Macy's, Dillard's people coming out can see me at the other end of the mall. They're pretty nice. Very comfortable. Weigh nothing. $1.50. Plus your good old 7% sales tax. And guess what? Because I'm a big time shopper in there and I bought the Clouds, I had a $10 points coupon. There's a guy saying, what's up, brother? Take care.
You too, man.
That was a shoe guy. Anyway, very happy with them. Want to see them one more time? I can't wait to run them. It's wet today. I'm heading over to Fred and Raphael. He's going to have a cup of coffee. Don't show Fred. Fred does not understand anybody paying more than $50 for a pair of shoes. $40 would be a lot. And he's got some very handsome shoes that Raphael got him for, I don't know, $40, $50. They are, I think, a Skechers, a slip-on or whatever. It looked very nice on him. But, you know, he limits his walking and stuff. He's not out jogging. So, but he don't understand why anybody would pay X dollars for a pair of shoes, much less 2 or 3 pair. Folks, one thing I got, plenty of money. Crush it.